Welcome, welcome. Tonight I am working on Tunisian crochet. I was hoping to do some teaching, but we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, so my collaboration teammate and I need to work on that before we can do our collaboration and education. But I wanted to come on and do a little bit of streaming, get some content out there. Today I'm working on Tunisian crochet. So that's what's up. Let me see if I can get some music going here so we have a little bit of background music. It's a little cozy coffee shop music. Okay. Welcome, welcome. So today I am doing Tunisian crochet. I am using Caron Lava Cakes. And this color, I believe, let's see what it's called. Nebulous, I think. Yes, Nebulous. I might have to take this label off because I am pulling from the outside. And that's a little tricky. Welcome, welcome. I'm working on my path to affiliate. Hopefully that's going to be happening soon. I just need to get my number of average viewers up. And later tonight I will be on TikTok working on some tutorials and educationals. So if you are interested at all, you can head on over there. I believe I have the link in my bio. This Tunisian that I'm working on is going to be a blanket. And this is a long-standing project. Not quick at all. I will be taking my time so that I can finish it nicely. And not skip any steps or stitches. So one thing nice in the winter, it's nice and cool. So working with crochet on your lap is nice and cozy. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I am working on Tunisian crochet, and this is done on a long hook. This particular hook has a tubing on the end, so then I can work my stitches and then they will rest on the tubing until it's time to call them back up for the return stitch. This stitch is called the simple stitch, and it has two steps, the forward stitch and the return stitch. So the forward stitch portion includes put your hook through the loop, yarn over and pull through. So you do that all the way across, and this is the row that you've established when you did your forward stitch on the prior row. And you'll see more of that once I go back to finish the return stitch. Just working on these intake just so that I can make sure I don't have any feedback stuff going on. All right. My dog is rustling around on the couch, so if you hear a bunch of rustling, that is what that's about. He doesn't understand silence. We're live streaming. Well, hopefully everything is okay. My Wi-Fi seems to be dipping out on me. Not sure what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. Well, the stream seems to be fine. All right, well, we'll just see what happens here. So, what are you guys working on tonight? You having a good evening? Hopefully everything is going well for you. I just finished making this little balloon, and I'm practicing for items to sell at the Balloon and Wine Festival that will be happening next year, 2024. So I'm going to be working on my inventory for that, making items with crochet, machine embroidery, sewing, and just ramping up all my inventory. Should be interesting because it is a 3-day event. Of course, I hope to sell out. And that's the tricky part, guessing what all the inventory is that you're going to need. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm working on a Tunisian crochet blanket. This yarn that I'm working with today is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It is Caron Lava Cake, The color is Nebulous. Nebulous. Yeah, so if you are interested in trying a different stitch, you should try this Tunisian. It's really awesome. There are many different stitches you can do with Tunisian as well. So here I'm working on the simple stitch, and this one is the return stitch. So I just did the forward stitch, and it's like a two-part stitch for each row. First you travel, I'm left-handed, so I'm traveling from left to right to do the forward stitch, and then you travel from right to left to finish the row with the return stitch. And each one you're pulling through 2 loops on this return stitch. And then when we're going on the forward stitch, we'll put the hook behind these bars. Yeah, so here we are, Tunisian crochet, and then that will show you how it turns out. Oh, I grabbed some chapstick. And thanks for coming by. Thanks for joining me tonight. If you're interested to see what other items I make, there is a sign here that shows my shop name, and then there is also a link in the bio. This is the return stitch. I'm working on Tunisian crochet. Just thought I would pop on here real quick, do a little bit of crochet, work on my blanket. This is a long-term project. I expect to use 2 more cakes of yarn, and this cake I'm working with right now is called Nebulous, and it is how many yards? 457 yards, and I've already used 2 other cakes that are about the same yardage, so we'll see how long this turns out to be. Each different stitch that you're working on uses a different amount of yarn, so and then also other factors are your tension. So even if you're following the same pattern as somebody else, if you have different tension, then the amount of yarn you need might be more or less. And this is the Tunisian crochet, and this is called the simple stitch. I'm working on my path to affiliate. I've achieved all the goals except for the average viewers per stream. So that's what I'm working on tonight. Hopefully we get a few more visitors in here to help boost that average viewers per stream. I'm not going to be on very long though, because I'm going to be going over to TikTok, trying to balance everything there. Here with Twitch and TikTok. I should connect my phone and do them both, but I only have one stand, and right now I'm using that for my phone. I mean for my webcam. I need that spindle so that my yarn can come off of this cake easily. I opted to start from the outside of the cake rather than the center. So that is what we're working with tonight. Now, one thing I notice, look at, here's the little knot from when I tied on the other color. I thought I pulled it to the back, but it probably just popped forward again. Working on this, my hands do get tired, so I try to make sure I take turmeric before I go to bed so that I can have anti-inflammatory on board and have healing while I'm asleep. Alright, so now we're at the end of the simple stitch row. You can see how that was accomplished. And then I will go again with the simple stitch, heading from left to right. I am left-handed. If you are right-handed, you would be working from right to left. So this is the forward portion of the stitch, and we just go behind each bar, yarn over, pull through, behind the bar, yarn over, pull through, and do that all the way down. And with this Tunisian stitch or hook, the style that I'm using is a longer hook, and that is useful for a project like a blanket, such as I'm making. And so that includes a hard hook here, and then tubing that is extra long so you can make a blanket, and then it has a stopper on the end, and that is the Tunisian hook. This is a simple stitch Tunisian crochet. I am working the forward stitch. I'm left-handed, so that stitch travels from left to right. And then when I get to the end, I will do the return stitch, and that will travel from right to left. And that will be the stitch that works these loops off of the hook. So as I'm working, the stitches are held, and then they gradually move on to the tubing part. The tubing part allows you to make a wider blanket. If you're working and making a smaller Tunisian crochet, you can use just a Tunisian crochet hook that is just one long rigid bar, and then it has a stopper on the end like a knitting needle. I'll get one of those out as well and show you. I seem to have a little bit of everything. So let me set this down. I'll grab that other hook so that I can show you. As long as I don't knock everything off of my workstation. It seems like as I'm working, things multiply and block up where I'm working. Okay, so here you can see this is the Tunisian crochet hook, and you can see it has a stopper on the end here, and this one has the size indicator. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to focus because the shine on the aluminum. There we go. And so you can get these in all the same sizes that you get traditional hooks. So you can see this is the Tunisian crochet hook. And then the style I'm working with now has the tubing so that you can have a wider blanket, scarf, whatever project you're working on. Now this particular yarn has a bit of fibers, so you might notice a little bit of white fibers. I keep thinking it's dog hairs, but my dogs don't actually shed, so it is the fiber in the yarn. This is a 80%, I think it's 80-20, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Here we go. It was a beautiful, beautiful day today. I'm in Southern California. We've been having a lot of rain, not like downpours all at once, but just day after day after day of rain. We just really are not used to that. So the ground is all saturated. Now it's time for it to dry out. And then come summer, I will be complaining because it's too hot. So the yarn I'm working with today is Caron Lava Cake. The color is Nebulous. The color that I'm working with now, because this is a variegated cake, it actually looks like a heathered purple, but I see on the screen it looks like a different color. So just know that whenever you're looking at colors on your device, each device can show a little bit different color than what the actual color is live and in person. So welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. I think it's almost time for some nice hot tea. Hopefully I am making some good progress on this blanket. I hope to use up this whole cake of Nebulous. It's about 487 yards, and we'll see where the blanket's at after I use up this whole cake, and then decide if I have one more cake to add on. I wonder if I can do TikTok from using my webcam. I might just try that. Checking my time here. So here you can see the beautiful colors of this cake. It has like a gray or a purple heather, and then a bluish burgundy, and back to the purple, blue, burgundy, and then a darker blue. We'll see how that turns out on the blanket. All right, friends, I am going to leave you here while I'm doing this return stitch. I'm going to go ahead and go get some nice hot tea, and then I will be moving over to TikTok. And we shall see how the crochet teaching goes tomorrow, or I mean, after we get our technical difficulties resolved. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night.